Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I need to lube up the vocal cords for this one. This video is going to be a wee bit different. I'm going to shut the window. There's a dog barking and a child crying, and that's not what we need. I've also got my bed socks on and a tracksuit because it's freezing. This video is a bit different because it's going to be a bit more of a sit down. I don't really do sit down videos very often. But this is something that not only people have said to me, like, you need to make a video like this, but also one that I've been putting off. I feel like it's much more easier just to follow my day around with the camera than to actually sit down and spill my guts, if that makes sense. Now, what I'm going to spill my guts about isn't anything crazy. It's about weight loss. And it's all the tips that I have figured out since my teenage years on how to lose weight. Now, we need to do a disclaimer because obviously people love to have something to deck about, right? My disclaimer is I am not a professional. I'm telling you purely based off what I've learned. Anything I'm telling you right now, you can find on Google. You can find on a fitness influencer's page. I feel like when people want to lose weight, they try and find a quick fix. And I've done that for half of my life and it never works. You have to just go by the basics and stick to it. That's the only way it's going to work for long term. I'm not saying I went from morbidly obese to the most skinny little lean fitness guru ever. I'm still on my journey, but I've lost 6.5 stone, and that's been over the course of about 3 years. And I feel like it's something I have enough knowledge in to try and help other people. So I've made myself a list so that I can stick to some sort of reading schedule as to what I need to tell you guys. Another quick disclaimer, this video is for people who want to lose weight in the right way, in a healthy way. This video isn't just for people who want to shed the pounds so they look better. It's also about stabilising your health along the way. In this life, you only have so long, and you want to do everything you can right now to ensure you live a long, healthy, happy life. There's a lot of different stuff I've wrote down, but I'm going to separate it into 2 different sections. Basically, 2 tips: diet and exercise. I know we've all heard it before, but that's the truth. And sometimes the truth sucks. Let's start with chapter 1. I'm going to be pretty serious when I say this. The only way to lose weight is to be in a calorie deficit. Oh, but what about the keto diet? What about the fad diet? They work because you're in a calorie deficit. You do not need to be on a special diet. As long as you are burning more calories than you're eating, you will lose weight. End all, full stop. No exercise. You can eat McDonald's every single day if you really wanted to, as long as it's in your calorie deficit range, and you will lose weight. Now, that is not a healthy way to lose weight. That's the way I did it years and years ago. And then I put the weight all back on again and about 4 more stone on top of it. If you're serious about taking your health serious and also losing weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit, and a safe one, not a stupid one. The one everyone kind of gravitates to is 1,200. It depends on your weight, your height, your race, the amount of exercise you do in a day, what your job is. There is a lot to think about. You can't just go straight to 1,200. Some people that would make them really sick, and other people that might not lose any weight on it. I would suggest going on to, I think NHS has it, I'm not sure, but I always use Sean Casey. Sean Casey's an influencer from here actually, who has his own business basically in helping people lose weight and stay lean and build muscle, and he's just amazing. Like, since I found out about him from a friend in work, I've been obsessed. I follow all of his stuff. Now and again, he has a free calorie deficit calculator on his Instagram. You can check it. He might have one now, not sure. But honestly, he's just like, he just tells you it straight. He tells you it so straight. And at this point, when I found him, either I lost about 4 or 5 stone, so I kind of knew the gist of everything anyway. But he just reaffirms that. He just kind of pushes it more into your system. This is what you need to do. You're doing well. Keep doing it. So if you want to know your deficit, do it correctly. Don't just ask MyFitnessPal. Yeah, it'll ask a few questions. It'll probably give you around what you should be on. But I feel like there's some that are more in tune with you and with what you actually need to be on a safe journey of losing weight. Now, your deficit, it's simple, but it's complicated in a way, because if you want to lose £2 a week, you're going to have to be on the lower end of your deficit. If you want to lose £1 a week, you get slightly more calories per day. It makes sense. If you really can't find a calorie deficit calculator, use MyFitnessPal. Whenever you're setting it up, it'll ask you the questions. It'll give you your deficit. If you've lost weight for a while on MyFitnessPal and you're thinking, I think I should be on less calories because I'm a lighter weight now, if you put your details in again, it'll give you a new deficit. I'm not sure if it's 100% accurate, but I feel like there's other better calculators out there to find your deficit. Take a shot every time I say deficit. Don't start too low. If your deficit is ridiculously low, your metabolism will be screwed. You will not be able to lose weight long term, and weight will go back on you quicker. You need to start at a healthy rate so that your body's not just going to attack all the muscle and strip you to the point where you're gaunt. If you're losing weight the right way, you shouldn't go gaunt. You're still going to melt away fat in your face, and you will become a wee bit more snatched, as they say. But if you carry a lot of weight, your skin will start to sag if you lose it too fast. And at the start of my weight loss journey, I lost it quite fast, and then it was very slow, and then it was a bit more fast whenever I started fine-tuning my proteins and stuff, which I'll get on to. Just from my perspective, I already have loose skin in my face. My jowls, from I've lost most of the weight, have started to come down, and that's something I'm going to have to either get fixed at some point or deal with. I'd still rather my face now, if it comes with the health that I've brought with it, than my face then when my heart was in trouble and I wasn't happy in my body. There's things along the way of losing weight that you'll find new insecurities about. You will never be cured of any insecurities just because you've lost weight. I found things I don't like about myself now that I've lost weight, but I would still choose this over what I was. And that's not just because I look and feel better, but because I'm healthier now and I want to live a long life with my fiance and with my family and friends. I want to be able to go out and do things, not be out of breath, not be embarrassed to do stuff, and not get on the bungee jump because I'm scared I'm going to break it. I'm going to say something here, and it's a very touchy subject. Please try not to get offended. But BMI is more correct than you think it is. A long time ago, a lot of years ago, it might not have been very good, but I think they've got it better now. If I put my exact weight, height, ethnicity, everything into a BMI calculator, it will tell me where I already think I am. You've got like your, I don't know, morbidly obese, overweight, healthy, thin, too thin, right? You've got like the calculator. No matter where you are in that scale, you're still a good person, you're still beautiful, and you're still deserving of love. All right, let me just put that out there first. Because when I was at the I'm going the wrong direction. When I was at the very, very top of that scale in the morbidly obese section, I didn't think I was worthy of anything. I'm still the exact same person. I just look a little different. So that does not define who you are. I'm just coming at this from a mental health point of view. But first and foremost, if we're here to be healthy and lose weight, you're aiming to be in the healthy range. Now, obviously, I can't really speak for people who are underweight. I've never been underweight. I've only ever been overweight. It's just the way my genetics are and the way my appetite is. I've always been overweight. I don't think I've ever in my life been in the healthy section. Bar maybe once whenever I was about 14 and I lost 2 stone very unhealthily, and I was probably in the healthy range at that point, although I looked sick because I was eating all my muscle mass, and I was so gaunt. I was pale, I felt sick, I didn't look healthy. Although my weight on my bones was probably classed in the healthy section, it wouldn't have been classed as underweight. So I've never really been past the stage. I've never really been too thin or underweight, if you will. And I always wanted to be skinny, right? I wanted there to be little to no fat on my bones. But that was obviously society talking, growing up with social media, and it wasn't a healthy mindset. And I've came to realize slowly through my weight loss journey, I don't want to be thin, I want to be healthy. And that is something you'll realize if you're serious about losing weight and you do it slowly and the right way. You'll come to realize this isn't about losing weight anymore. This is about being the healthiest version of myself, which I think is the most important thing, because you're never going to let yourself get back to the way you were because you're so focused on being healthy. But back to the BMI. As I said, heaviest is that way, thinnest is that way, healthy's in the middle, right? I started in the overweight category, and then I came down to the overweight category, and I didn't feel like that was a good representation of how much work I'd put in. I'd already lost about 4.5 stone at that point, and I was still in the overweight category, and that felt crap. I felt like I've been doing this for 1.5 years. I've lost 4.5 stone. Yes, I look better. I'm buying new clothes, fitting me better. But why am I still in this section? Why am I not healthy yet? You just have to keep pushing. Some people might want to be slightly more out of the healthy range and be more in the overweight side, or maybe they want to be a bit more in the underweight side, and that's okay. It's personal preference. As long as you feel healthy and everything's working the way it should be in your life, then you're in the right stage. Currently for me right now, I've lost 6.5 stone. I still have excess weight on my body. Now, nowhere near what I had before, yes, but I still have excess weight, and I know that because I can see it in the mirror when I'm naked. I don't hate it. It's just things I want to get rid of. So for example, I'm very much a top heavy person, if that makes sense. So my weight, yes, it went to my legs, of course, but it also went mostly to my top half, my back, my belly, and my breasts, okay? My arms and my legs were kind of like separate. They were like getting bigger, but not as fast as all this was getting bigger. My torso held the weight. And now, after losing the weight, I could deal with my arms, I can deal with my legs, I can deal with my back, my stomach's still holding, my breasts have halved in size, okay? That just shows you that I thought I had big boobs. No, all the McDonald's I was eating was going straight to my tits. So in saying that, I still do have weight on my tummy, and a bit on my back, and a bit up here, and a bit around here, and a bit around there, right? But that's okay. I'm still healthier than I've ever been, okay? And I feel good. Other than the low folic acid thing I've had recently, I've been feeling pretty good. But my BMI is still overweight, right? And if I tell people this, they're like, oh, there's not a chance you're overweight, you're talking cake, you don't trust that BMI. Listen, being overweight doesn't mean that you're fat. It just means that you're not in the healthy range because you're carrying excess fat for your height. The fat on my stomach is obviously not good for me. It's not good for your organs. It's not good for your heart health. There's loads of reasons. It's not just about looking a certain way. Once I shed the next maybe stone, say 1.5 stone, 2 stone, don't know what I need to lose. I'll know when I get there and I'll be on the healthy range. My face might not look any different. My arms and legs might not look any different, but that will have came off. This is always going to come off last because it's my hardest area to shed. It's the hardest fat. It's fermented fat, if you will. It's going to come off last, and some of it's came off, don't get me wrong, but some of it's still there. When it comes off, my heart and my organs will be safer now. They will be healthier now, in a better condition. So yes, technically I am now in the healthy range of the BMI. Does that make sense? I'm not saying BMI is everything. It should be based on how you feel, but there's a lot of stigma around BMI and how you don't trust it and it's a load of nonsense. I think it's more true than we realise. But anyway, the main thing, calorie deficit. So we're still on diet, but I'm going to move on to the foods now. The different food groups are the most important in losing weight. Now, I'm no expert in this. I don't sit and eat rice and chicken and salads all day long every day. No, I actually enjoy food. I'm a big foodie. So if I have to eat a McDonald's that day, I'll eat a McDonald's and it'll fit in my deficit. I might not be able to eat much the rest of the day, which is crap, but I'm trying to lose weight. So you have to deal with it. Do you know what I mean? It's never going to be easy. It's never going to be fun. But if you're serious about it, you have to just give up things. You will never have to stay in a deficit for the rest of your life. You can always go back to eating slightly more. It will start to feel comfortable and like a new normal for you. But you can never, ever go back to how you used to eat if you were overweight, because that is how you're going to start gaining your weight again. It's a lifestyle change, not just a diet. I don't actually believe in diets. People would say to me, oh, you're on a diet, aren't you? No, I'm not on a diet. I am on a lifestyle journey change. Sounds so like, but it's true. I'm not on a diet. I'm on a calorie deficit now and again, yes, to try and shed the belly fat that I have left. But I'm not on keto or OMAD or Slimming World or Weight Watchers. No, I just eat slightly less when I want to lose a bit of weight. I'm not saying this all like, this is just what you need to do, like it's so easy. Like, it's not easy, and I really do feel for people who struggle with trying to lose weight. It is so not fun, and I've been there for most of my life, and if I can do it, anyone can do it. I used to say to myself, how do all these people online, how are they losing weight? Like, I'm looking at before and afters, I just can't do it. It's because I didn't have the knowledge. I knew I had to eat slightly less, but I also didn't have the motivation. People say, oh, you feel a click. You don't feel a click. I never felt a click. One day it just clicks and you start to shed the pounds. You just start to really want to try. No, you'll try for a week and you'll hate it. But you'll see the weight come off. So you maybe try again another week. Oh, you done a wee slip up on Saturday, but you still lost a little bit more weight. Okay, I'll keep trying. And I'll keep trying. And oh, I'm not putting on this week. I've lost 2 stone already. I'm going to keep going. Keep going and keep going. All of a sudden, you're a different person. All of a sudden, you've lost all the weight. For me, it's about consistency. That is the most important factor when it comes to mentally how you tackle this kind of accomplishment, is being consistent. It's not fun, but keep going. When it comes to the food groups that you need to be looking at, you're talking like vegetables, protein, healthy fats. Again, you will be able to lose weight without eating these, but this is if you want to do it healthy. This is if you want to actually prepare yourself for a healthy and long future. As I said, I lost weight whenever I was about 14 and I was eating McDonald's every day. Or I was eating chicken nuggets and chips, and as long as I fit my calories, that's all I ate that day. I lost the weight, but I looked sick. I was not healthy. If I had kept that up, I probably would have ended up in hospital. Your vegetables provide your vitamins and minerals, right? Of course, we all need vegetables. The kids are told you need vegetables, so as adults, you should probably be eating vegetables. Okay, they're good for you. Don't taste that bad. Put a bit of salt on it if you're scared. But the main thing about vegetables and why I love them so much, I genuinely enjoy the taste of them. But that's because I like all foods. So vegetables are included in that. It's high volume for low calorie. So if you want to go out for dinner, you haven't ate because you've been in work or something and you're really, really hungry. Say you want like a burger and chips, but you know it's not really going to be enough to fill you. It's not a very big portion. And you're like, maybe I should get mozzarella sticks as well. Of course that would be nice, but we don't need more carbs and calories. We need more vegetables. Get a side salad. It will fill you. It will taste nice if you dip a wee chip into some Southwest sauce and stick it into your big bowl of salad and eat it. That's a bigger mouthful. It's going to fill your stomach up more. You're going to be full for longer. And it's giving you the minerals and the vitamins that you need to be healthy about it. Caesar salads are a great option as well. I like a Caesar salad. People like Greek salads, different salads. You can mix and match things so that you're not constantly depriving yourself of things that you love. If you're going to be too strict, you will not succeed. You need to give yourself room to be free and to eat things you still want to eat, or else you're never going to be happy. Just try and eat vegetables more often with your dinners. You go out for food and you want a smash burger, get a side of salad instead of a side of chips. It's not forever. It's just for now. You'll still have to eat like that sometimes so that you don't gain again. It means that when you get to your maintenance phase, which we'll get to at some point, you can say to yourself, okay, well, I had a salad today for dinner, so today I'm just going to have a burger and chips. But yeah, there's a lot of goodness in veggies. The next one is healthy fats. Now, I can't sing praise about healthy fats because I don't really eat them. That's on me. That's something I'm still trying to work towards. I don't really eat avocado. I don't like the texture. I'll eat guacamole if it's ground to a pulp and there's loads of stuff in it, you know, some salt and vinegar or something. I'll eat it then. But I'm not really into having avocado toast. I just don't enjoy the texture. It's slimy. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. That's just me. Some people love avocado. Some people have never tried avocado, and when they try it, they're like, why wasn't I eating this before? Try it once. If you don't like it, you don't like it. At least you tried. Seeds and nuts. This is something that I don't really eat either because nuts are very high in calories, but they're very good for you. So you can have a few nuts, but I'd rather have a Kit Kat. But that's because I'm allowing myself an exchange. If I have these calories left, what do you want more? I'm going to eat the Kit Kat. I want it more. I had a salad for dinner and protein porridge for breakfast. I want the Kit Kat. And you can make sacrifices like that and still be in a deficit and still lose weight. But I would urge you to try and eat some seeds and nuts because it is better for you. But that's something I need to work on myself. Oily fish, olive oil, things like that are good for healthy fats. There is some fish out there that I was eating for a while. I thought, this is nice. Didn't realize it was contributing to my healthy fats, my brain health. And believe it or not, there's probably a lot more foods that you're eating that you love. Say you love KFC, chicken strips. There's so much protein in those. You could be eating that on your diet. Now, yes, you might not be able to have a large fry with it, but you can have a side salad or get the rice. It's still food. It still tastes nice. It's still a takeaway. I don't want to get too much into certain things. A KFC rice bowl, Supercharger Ranch rice bowl, I think it's called, or a Zinger Ranch rice bowl. Oh, guys, it is gorgeous. It is so nice. Now, it has a nice high amount of protein. I think it's about 27 grams of protein. It's 550 calories, give or take. That's not a bad meal. And it feels like you're having a takeaway too. If you must get a McFlurry, if you must get a wee ice cream with it, you can get an ice cream. If it fits in your calories, you can get an ice cream. If it doesn't fit in your calories and you weighed yourself that morning and you deserve a wee treat, just get the ice cream. You don't have to follow a rule book. You don't have to be so hyper focused and specific. Say you're on a calorie deficit of 1,600 and you eat 1,640. 40 calories is not going to make you gain weight. You're already in a deficit even if you eat 40 calories over. If you go over slightly and you see that minus 40 in the red at the top of your MyFitnessPal or whatever app that you use, that does not mean you failed. I used to think like that. I wanted onions on my burger when I was 14. I ran up and down the stairs 12 times so that I could have onions on my burger because I went over by 20 calories. Ridiculous. I would have lost the weight regardless. Them onions were not going to put weight on me. There's definitely a difference in how you look at things. There's definitely a healthy way to look at things and a not so healthy way, and at one point I was doing it the not so healthy way, as I've already touched on. So I feel like I just need to make you aware, if you go over slightly, it's not the end of the world. You will still lose the weight. If you go over by a couple of hundred every day, you might start maintaining or putting on a little bit of weight, but just try to stick as close as possible to your calories. It doesn't have to be on the dot, or it doesn't have to be below. It can be just where you're told you have to eat. Protein. This is something I didn't do at the start of my journey. I did not track my protein, hence why I think my face has drooped so much and I'm getting the jowls. If I could go back in time and start eating protein more, I would, but I can't now. So I'm giving it this opportunity for you guys to take it on board. If you're wanting to lose weight, please eat protein. It will maintain your muscle mass. So your body will eat the fat that's in you and not the muscle that's in you. You don't want to waste away the power source of your body. You want to maintain that, because muscle is the key to longevity. So the more muscle you have in the body, the longer you live, apparently. Now, I don't know if that applies to the likes of bodybuilders. If you're kind of like a power lifter for your whole life, I think it can develop issues. But we're just talking about a bit of protein. You can never go wrong. Yes, you can eat too much protein, and you can also eat too little. If you're eating around, it depends on your body weight. Again, I can't tell you exactly what you should eat because I don't know anything about you. But for example, I should be eating anywhere from 60 to 100 grams of protein a day. It is hard. It is hard to fit your protein in. It really is. The way I look at it is tuna. Tuna's like 102 or 104 calories a tin. And it has like a good whack of protein. How much protein is in a tin of tuna?
1 can of tuna has 24 grams of protein.
Where are you going to get 24 grams of protein for 100 calories? It's like a super trick hack to losing weight. Tuna is unbelievable. If you don't like tuna, that is a pity. But there's chicken. Chicken's also very low calorie and very high in protein. Again, KFC is like my favorite thing at the moment. I've really went off McDonald's. I don't know if it's my frontal lobe, but KFC is just gorgeous. Every time I go to KFC, whether it be a cheat day, an indulge day, or just I've got the calories, I'm going to treat myself to a KFC, I'll still track how much protein I'm getting out of that dinner because it's important to add it all up. My fitness pal will tell you what protein you eat. If you scroll to the bottom, it'll say nutrients. If you click on nutrients, it'll tell you how much protein you've ate that day. Also how much fats and carbs and everything else. It'll keep you fuller for longer, which is a really big thing too. Now, when people say it'll keep you fuller for longer, it doesn't mean you'll feel full for ages. You'll just not feel hungry. So you'll feel full after you eat for maybe an hour or two. And then you'll get to the point where you can eat again because you don't feel full anymore. But you're not hungry yet. There's no actual craving there where your body needs to eat. It's just your mind that wants to eat. So when people say it keeps you fuller for longer and you eat something, you say, it only kept me full for about an hour. Yeah, but you're not hungry after an hour. You just want to eat after an hour. That's something I've had to come to learn. Right now, I'm hungry because my tummy's rumbling. I need to eat now. My body wants food now. When I first woke up, I wasn't hungry. But that's to do with intermittent fasting. We will get to that in the next video. I have a lot to say about it. Loads. It's so amazing. It's my favourite part of weight loss. And it's not even weight loss. It's a whole other thing. But when I first woke up, I wasn't hungry. My body didn't crave food. I wanted to eat because I wanted to eat, but my body wasn't hungry. Now my body's like, you've got up, you've moved, you've done a few things. I would like something to fuel me. It's rumbling right now, I can feel it. And after I make this video, I will go and eat something. I'll probably have a tuna wrap, high protein, filling. Again, only for a few hours, but I'll not be hungry till later on for dinner. And then I'll probably have a KFC. And I can probably make that all fit inside today's calories. And then it means on my weigh day next week, I will still lose weight. Most of the world have a Subway. This is like a golden ticket for weight loss. I know I talk a lot about takeaways. I'm a big takeaway girl. I had to go from eating takeaways all the time to eating healthy takeaways. And now when someone says, well, you want to get a Subway salad? I'm like, that's a takeaway night. I know it's a salad. They're freaking gorgeous, guys, right? See if you're getting a Subway salad and you get tuna, perfect, great, get double. See if you're getting chicken, get double. It will double the calories of the chicken, of course. Again, you're going to be fuller for a wee tiny bit longer. It's going to up your muscle mass. It's going to burn more calories. It takes your body more energy to burn protein than anything else. So you're burning calories just by eating it. You're losing weight just by eating. How glorious is that? I should probably also add, eating protein obviously boosts your metabolism, which in turn makes you burn more calories. It's just the best food source in the world. Like, I just love protein. And of course it lands in chicken. Chicken's the best ever. Now, if you're vegetarian, there are so many other options of protein. I don't know them off by heart because I'm not vegetarian, but if you do a quick Google, it'll tell you stuff. Tofu is very good. Protein shakes. Protein shakes are good, okay, because they're normally low in sugar, low in fat, low-ish in calories, quite high in protein. If you're struggling to hit your protein goal and you've only got 200 calories left, you can get a YouFit protein shake and it's like just over 150. It's a bit like a tuna. It's a bit like having a tin of tuna. Personally, I'd rather eat, but sometimes they're just easier. So I do have a big box and I do drink from them, but I make iced coffees with them. See what I mean? See what I mean, guys? You can still have iced coffee, hit your protein and lose weight. We'll go on to drinks in the next video because this is getting too long. And I know it's probably not that long, but I'd like to break it up because otherwise it'll be over an hour probably. The last few things I want to touch on is carbs are not bad. Don't let people make you think carbs are bad. They're not bad. Yes, they're not fantastic, but you can still eat them and lose weight and be healthy. For example, I eat 54 calorie bread slices instead of the 110 calorie bread slices. So I eat like Nimble. If I can find a photo of it, I'll put it here. Some turkey bacon, lower in calories, higher in protein instead of regular bacon. Slightly better for you. Bit of brown sauce, slap it together. I just made a bacon buddy. A high protein, low calorie bacon buddy. It tastes the exact same after a while. You will have to get used to certain things. Once you've went so long without eating the old unhealthier version of what it is that you're eating, you'll start to come to realize that what you're eating is still good enough. It still tastes just like you think you remember the old one. I will now and again have like a bad bacon buddy, if you will, which is the really high calorie bread, the really sweet, lovely brown sauce, loads of salty, regular pig bacon, and I'll eat that. And it'll be through the roof for salt, through the roof for calories, very little protein. And I'm like, oh, this is good. But I'm okay with what I make. What I make is not bad. It still is a bacon buddy. Just don't be afraid of carbs. You can get low calorie breads. You can get high protein versions of bread. You can get high protein bagel thins, right? First of all, I always wasn't really a big bagel lover. I never really ate it. See the difference in calories from a normal big size bagel to a bagel thin? It's nuts. Forgot to say eggs. Eggs are amazing. If you don't like eggs, I'm very sorry, but they are unbelievable. They taste good in any way that you make them. They're high in protein, they're lowish in calories, and they're just good for you in general. I would recommend eating eggs more. I love them. I have this thing every time I'm going on a night out, I eat my noodles. Super high in calories, very low in protein. Don't know why I do it. I just really enjoy eating my noodles before a night out. I feel like it soaks up the alcohol the best. See, if I crack some eggs into a pan, fry them up really good till they're burnt. I like whenever the white's burnt. Have to deal with the fact that my yolk's going to be hard. I'll deal with it as long as the white is burnt. I'll break it up and I'll put it on my noodles, put some chives. That's a nice meal. Not the best for me. Getting the protein at least from the eggs. Very high in calories from the noodles. It's just them pound packs that you buy and you literally put it either in the microwave with water or in a pot. So don't skip on your eggs, guys. You need to start eating eggs. I wouldn't go as far as saying to drink them raw. This is what I don't get. Maybe there's, I haven't done research into this, but maybe there's a reason why people drink them raw. Would you not rather cook it up a bit of salt and pepper and eat it? Is that not more fun, getting to eat? Like, maybe I'm just like so obsessed with eating, I don't know. I have a lot of things to say when it comes to drinks, but I'm going to do that in the next video, along with intermittent fasting and exercise. And don't be like, oh, I really want to watch that video, it's got exercise in it. I was like that. I don't know if you're like that, but I was like that. I watched all the diet part of someone's video, and then whenever they said, on to exercise, close, put the iPad away, go to sleep. The topic is not going to be as scary as you think it is, I promise. There's barely any cardio, kind of. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a wee bit different. If anyone has any questions, please put them in the comments. I am more than willing to help in any way that I can. Again, I'm not a medical professional, but I would love to help. You can do it. You can do it. End of. I know you think you can't, but you can. I understand people with medical issues. It makes it very hard to lose weight, but I promise you, if you're in a calorie deficit correctly, you should be losing weight. If you're not, something is wrong, as in the deficit's not correct, or you need to speak to your doctor. I'm just going by my health, and my health has been pretty much normal my whole life. Give or take a few wee issues here and there, but if you're the likes of PCOS and heart failure and you're on different meds and you can't move much, you know, your deficit will be extremely low. And I know it is crap. My mum is in heart failure and she can only do certain things, and her deficit to try and lose a bit of weight is very, very, very low, and that is a big struggle for her, but she's doing it. I'm doing it alongside her. She's doing really well. She's lost over a stone. But when you get to where you want to be, you can eat that wee bit more. Slowly introduce things you used to like back into your life. Just don't go back to the way you were, because then you will start to gain again, which I know isn't fun. And it's something that I've had to come to terms with as well. But just in case you think like, oh, she's so ignorant, like she doesn't know anything about people with like disabilities or issues when it comes to losing weight. I live with someone who does, and I know what it's like. And I feel her struggle, and I do what I can to help her during her struggle, and she's doing really well, really, really well. I'm so proud of her. I know it can't be easy. A lot of her enjoyment comes from food, the same way it does with me. And with her health, she can only do so much in a day before her heart just can't take it anymore, and it just needs to rest. So obviously food would be something you would turn to. I know I would, and maybe that's just the way we are as people. Not every family is like this, but a lot of people do go for food, for comfort, for boredom. And she's in such a low deficit to try and get the weight off to help her heart health. Obviously she has days where she's not very happy and she's a bit down. She's doing it for her so that she can get to the weight she needs to be to maybe get her transplant one day. She's doing it for me so that I have my mum for as long as possible. You know, I'm not going to get emotional. I'm just saying I've seen it from different angles growing up, losing weight, and I know it's a difficult thing, and I'm not on this trying to make it sound like it's just this, it's just that. It's not easy, but after a while it will get a lot easier, I promise. I don't know if this will help anyone, because I don't want to come on and make people feel like I've done it and that's it. I'm still losing, as I said at the start of the video. I'm still struggling now. I have maintained for a year now, and people will think, oh, that's great, you haven't gained any weight. I know that it's good that I haven't gained weight because I obviously have enough knowledge not to let myself gain weight again, but I haven't lost any because I'm eating at my maintenance calories instead of at my deficit calories. And sometimes your body just needs a break. Sometimes your metabolism needs to reset. If you keep losing weight for too long, you don't hit a wall. You don't hit a plateau, your metabolism will end up worse off. So sometimes it's good to take a break. Now, I'm saying that because it is good to take a break and just try and stay the same for a wee while, let your metabolism adjust, and then start your deficit again and start losing again. But I'm in that position now, and I've been in it for a year, which is longer than I should have been in it. So I still know the struggle. Yes, I've lost the majority of my weight, but I still understand that it's not easy, but you've got this. And I hope to see you in my next video, which I will touch more on intermittent fasting, drinks and exercise. And trust me, you'll not want to miss it because I have a lot to say about intermittent fasting. So thank you very much for clicking on this video. Hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe and follow my other socials, which will be linked below for more content. Bye. Oh, I forgot. I meant to do this.